So this is Sam Logue here for Green Blood Boxing. Absolutely delighted to be joined once again by Big Bang Chris O'Leary. Chris, how's it going, mate?
Not bad, Sam. Yeah, all good, all good.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Of course, you're fighting on Wednesday on the MTK show, the 12th of August, that is. It's John O'Carroll, Maxie Hughes headline show, of course. How are you feeling? Yeah. How's preparations gone for the show?
To be honest with you, I couldn't have gone any better. It's been fantastic. I've actually saw the side of being away from home, the benefits of it. Like,
yeah,
mentally it's hard. Physically it's hard, but it's hard all around. Like, so, I think it's just you need to get in the, like, it's a right frame of mind to be in, I think.
Yeah, I get you. And has the preparations been kind of altered, or have they been affected by COVID-19, like, or have you seen an effect, in comparison to a normal training camp?
No, it hasn't differed at all. I hadn't. I actually come over here just to get back in the routine again, like, as in just train, because of the flights were able to go back into the UK.
Yeah.
So come over, and then I went back home then for something like 8-10 days or something like that to get things sorted. And then as I was over here already, I found out I had a date. So I was like, great. So just went home, got them sorted, and flew back over then.
Yeah.
And like, I started camp like a long time ago.
Excellent. Oh, that's amazing. Well, you were obviously a bit fortunate then, because obviously you see now, like, a lot of people are getting kind of short notice dates and stuff like that because everything's had to happen very quickly, and then maybe because of that, people are not, their preparation is a little short or whatever. But it seems like you've had pretty much a perfect camp, like a perfect length of camp as well for the fight. That's excellent news.
Well, I haven't, like, to be honest with you, I haven't actually took the foot off the gas during lockdown.
Yeah.
The only time when I did actually is when I was already over here in camp, and my fight got called off, which was taking place on the 25th of April. So I think it was 5 weeks out from that, and so I just went home, enjoyed myself for a week of a bit of food and stuff like that, and I got right back at it. Just start training. I was just training once a day, and then as soon as I go back into the routine, then I'm training once a day, and then I started up the pace back at the training twice, and it was grand. I just kept it going from then. So realistically, I'm at the beginning camp roughly 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, you never stopped, really, did you?
Oh, I never stopped, but it wouldn't be like, as in camp. Like, camp is just really when you get in the nutrition's back on point, back sparring and stuff like that. Like, so I've been doing that for the last 9 weeks.
Excellent. So I'd say you're itching to fight now as well, because you've been training for the last so many months without a date. But that'll bring us on to your fight then, and it's interesting now because obviously you had an opponent scheduled, Harry Limburn, I believe, 6-0, and then he's had to pull out for whatever reason. I don't know if you know the reason, but I haven't seen the reason myself.
I don't know. There's something happened there. There was, and I don't know what it was, but I wish him all the best, like, in his health and stuff like that. Like, I hope he recovers and he's healthy.
100%. Hopefully he's okay. But he's been replaced by Jacob Quinn, I believe, who is 4-0 southpaw coming into the fight.
That's right.
Do you know much about Jacob? Have you seen him box?
To be honest with you, I don't know much of him. I just saw a few clips. That was it. Not that it's gonna bother me. Anyways, like, whether seeing him, how good he is or not. I know what I bring to, like, I know what I'm capable of doing when I'm in there. Especially now after being in camp, so much about to learn. I'm a totally different boxer.
And that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to touch on, because obviously it's a very short notice change of opponent. So how would that affect your mentality going into the fight? But of course, you've just kind of touched on it. You're focusing on yourself.
That's it. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. Like, it was same thing like the amateurs. You're never gonna know who you're gonna fight until after the weigh-in that day.
Yeah.
So I'm used to it that way. But I wouldn't be worried too much, to be honest with you. I'm looking for on a great show. I've trained hard, really hard. I've been inspired top guys, and I've been handling them very well. really
Brilliant.
well.
So like mentally, it doesn't really change anything for you. You were focused
No, no,
on
no.
performance, and that's really it. That's excellent, and that's really the way you have to be, isn't it? Like you've got. I think maybe sometimes guys are a little bit guilty of maybe focusing too much on the opponent or letting things get into their head like that, like opponent change and stuff. But if
Like
you're
I
fully
think
focused on yourself,
you've got to just breathe and just say like he's just another opponent.
yeah,
But if you start thinking about the opponent, what's he gonna do, this and that, it mess up your mindset yourself and won't let you be the ability that you can be.
yeah, I
So
get exactly.
just grin, let it flow and adapt to him. That's just about it.
100%. What how many rounds is the fight scheduled for? That's actually something I didn't see.
It's a 6 rounder.
6 rounder. Nice.
6 rounder, yeah.
Very
So
good.
I'm
So you've a
delighted
bit
with
of
that.
time to
Yeah,
work
very
there.
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Lovely.
yeah, yeah.
Lovely. I mean, that's really good. I'd say you're buzzing now. It's we're looking forward now to watching you fight again. I'd say, as
Oh,
I
I
said,
can't wait. I'm buzzing.
yeah,
I'm buzzing. Do you know, I look forward to the weigh-in more so than the fight at the start of it.
yeah,
Once I weigh in, stuff like that, like then you get the carb up and stuff. But as I said, like I'm making weight so handy as it is. I'm being told it was too light, so I've
yeah,
started eating again. But when I thought it must be just the atmosphere in the weigh-in. Not that there's gonna be people there now, but get to see a pound and stuff like that, eye to eye contact.
yeah,
It's just that's when I get you fired up. Then you know what I mean. And
yeah.
you say, right, I have a fight now. Let's go. But soon
Brilliant.
after a meal, you go to bed, chill out, go over the fight in your head. Then it's the next morning's fight day.
Class.
You know.
Yeah, that's when you kind of really, really zone into that
Yeah,
fight.
I don't really think much of the fight. More so, I like to get the weigh-in out of the way. Once you get the weigh-in out of the way, then after that, they're going through. You
Yeah,
realize, because at the end of the day, the weigh-in for most fighters, that is a fight.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like when you think about it. But
100%. Yeah, you hear it. You hear it an awful lot.
that's what I'm saying. Like so, it doesn't bother me. But once I get to see that pound and get the atmosphere, see all the boxes and stuff like that,
Yeah,
then you're like, oh, let's go. Now we're in fight mode. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah.
I think you actually need that. So for now, for me, I'm not really thinking about the fight as much. I'll just let it. I'm fighting.
Let it
That's
happen.
it.
Yeah,
As soon
100%.
as soon as I get the weigh-in out of the way, see me a pound, see everyone in the lobby and stuff like that. Like, right now we have a fight. Now we're fighting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think that's the best part of it. Yeah.
yeah. That's class. You're looking forward to that bit. Only a few days away
Yeah,
now, man, as well. So you're really.
yeah, that's it exactly. Yeah.
So what does the next few days look like for you then? So you're already in England, so you're in London, but you're, as we said before we started the interview, we have it's in Wakefield, the studio where you're fighting is in Wakefield, which is around Leeds. So
Leeds,
how
yeah,
does the
that's
next
it.
few days look for you, like in terms of traveling up there, in terms of having to quarantine? Is there any kind of bubble situation for the fighters? Like how's it all working?
Um, well, I travel up tomorrow. Um, then Monday we get tested for the COVID.
Yeah.
And Tuesday then you get your results back, obviously, and then obviously away in then as well Tuesday,
Okay.
and then your fight then Wednesday. But my schedule will be really, it's a boring schedule to be honest with you. I wouldn't be. I got asked to take over and I said no because it's nothing to do. Like I'm doing nothing. Um,
That's the
so
MTK takeover, was it?
no, I'm actually doing the MTK takeover on Wednesday. So
Nice one.
tune in to everyone who's watching this when this gets uploaded. Yeah.
100%, 100%, man. I'll
Thanks,
be up
man.
over next day or two.
Yeah. No, I just all I'll be doing, like I'll be just trying it once a day now, like just loosen out the body, keep the body loose,
Yeah,
stretching,
lovely
little
stuff.
10-minute run, stuff like that. Like
Cool. No, it sounds yeah, it's kind of you're just taking over now, just kind of
yeah,
getting the
I'm just
weight
taking
right,
off.
just
Just yeah,
staying loose,
my
as you said.
last hard session was actually this morning. Well, not as in hard, like as in fight week.
Yeah,
Like it was only five rounds of like 1.5 minutes explosive,
nice.
just to get the fast twitch fibers going, you know.
Yeah,
So that was really it. Like after that, then it was back down with the 3-minute rounds in the bags, tips. It's just so bored in fight camp. Like where I used to just, I know, it's just a lot of learning over here. It's a lot of
yeah,
learning, totally different.
yeah. But look, man, from what I can see and from what I can see from you, like it's doing you nothing but good. You're in a kind of focused environment, and that's the main thing. Like you're in that environment where it's all learning and it's strictly boxing, and you know your focus can't waver in a situation like that, you know, and that's so in that environment is really where you're gonna
No,
do.
you're fully focused no matter what. Like even when I was back home, like for example, if you have a bad spar back home, you're going back home to your family.
Yeah,
They might ask you to do something or something like that. You do it. So you're doing that. Take your mind off sparring. Where if you have a bad spar over here, you're going back home to yourself, and then you question yourself. Then what do I need to work on? Next day, then 2 days later, back in sparring, back over that in your head, and then you just improve then on it. You know what I mean? You just keep working and building on things.
yeah. You have more, maybe you're forced to reflect more because you don't have as many distractions to kind of basically
Yeah, that's it.
distract
You
you from
take
it.
it
Like,
off. Yeah, that's it. I'm
yeah,
out of my comfort zone. You know, like that's what,
100%.
as I said, it's mentally hard being on your own, something like that. Like, but you've got to realize if this is what you have to go through to get where you want, to get where
Definitely.
you want.
100%.
And then physically wise, like it's really just getting all around the sparring in, pads, bags, train itself.
Yeah. But it's gone well, and that's the main thing. But we'll move on, like, to I want to talk to you about some of the shows that have been going on, specifically the Matchroom shows, which have had some Irish interest and will have Irish interest coming up. I mean, Matchroom Fight Camp Week 1 was kind of probably the biggest example of the behind closed doors event that we've seen so far. BT have had a couple of events with Frank Warren, but like obviously in studio, but Matchroom have kind of had the biggest spectacle shows. It would probably be fair to say.
Yeah.
So, what did you watch them, and what did you think of week 1, and particularly James Tennyson's performance?
Yeah, week 1 I watched. I was texting a guy there about it, and I gave him a prediction, and it was a 6th round, wasn't it? And it came true.
Yeah,
Well, unbelievable performance.
yeah, really, really good.
Unbelievable. I think he just relies a little bit too much on the power. But
Yeah,
other than that, like he's engine, like he's very good, very
yeah,
good. And I think the step up now will help him. I think that fight now, what he had, he'll go back on that, learn a few things, and then go back into the bigger fight. Then
yeah.
I
Where
don't
would
know
you
what
say
outcome
that?
first.
Like, where would you say that Tennyson is vulnerable? Like, because obviously he is very good and he's a bit of a seek and destroy man. But like for me, for example, he can get hit, can't he? And as he step up the levels, it's you become a bit more vulnerable to those better guys when you're being mentioned in the same conversation as Jorge Linares. You know, these are the best. These are the best fighters in the weight class. Like,
Yeah, I was a bit shocked when Eddie Hearn now said that. To be honest with you,
yeah,
but
yeah,
Linares is unbelievable. I've watched Linares probably
yeah,
the last 7 years probably.
yeah,
Linares is really good, really good.
yeah, 100%.
Um,
It's a bit of a step up from Gavin Quinn, like, and that's why I'd like to see a couple of guys in the
yeah,
middle, like the European
it's a massive,
title.
yeah, it's a massive step up. I don't think he'd be ready for that yet. Maybe 3 fights down the line.
Mm.
Now it'd be different now if you had, let's say, if you went to America and if you had 2 fights and you went to America and done a camp in America where he's getting tough sparring, that might bring him on.
Okay. So I guess
100% we would bring him on, like. So that could help him a little bit. Instead of jumping into one of the big major fights straight away, he might get more experience from sparring.
okay. So the sparring, like a high level sparring, could bring him on
High
in a
level
small
sparring,
period of time. Like,
yeah.
I get what you mean. I
Mm.
get what you mean. But I'll tell you what, there was someone who fought on the card in your weight class, in Dalton Smith, who's kind of similar to you in a way. He's quite young. He's a bit older than you, but like a big prospect coming through in Britain. What did you think to Dalton Smith's victory? Was it KO in the
Yeah, it was
5th or 6th round as well? What did you think to Dalton Smith?
it was good, very good. He had a good game plan.
Yeah.
Nathan Barrett, what's his name? Nathan Bennett.
Nathan Bennett, yeah, from Liverpool.
Bennett, yeah. He was very tough. He was a tough guy.
Yeah, I thought he was good, Nathan Bennett.
He
I
was.
had never seen him before, but thought he gave a good
Well,
account.
now I know he's coach and stuff like that from Kirkland, Kirkland Boxing Club. But I just think he was like that. Look, all fighters are like that. We're all like that. Like, if you're in a hard fight, you don't care whether you're getting hit or not. You're just going to keep on going. It's just the guts of glory, isn't it? So I think it was the right decision.
Yeah.
But it was the KO, like, but
Yeah,
I don't know whether. Yeah.
It was a big shot. Like, I mean,
You don't know whether he wasn't in it and he was getting battered, wasn't he? Like not battered, like, but he was getting outclassed. He could be getting hurt.
It was just a kind of levels, wasn't it? I thought he gave a good account of himself, but he was out of his depth.
Yeah, very. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And look, Eddie Hearn even said it himself. Like, he wants him back on the show.
Yeah.
Afterwards. So.
Yeah. He could be a good kind of opponent for the likes of yourself in the next, like, very soon, like in the next one.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, probably it. Maybe so. And I reckon with that fight with Dalton Smith, he could improve. He could have, like, not say, like, he could go back and take things over as what he's at being in there with a good boxer and work on the things that was working, 100%. And then work on other things, you know.
Yeah, and it's like experience on a big stage, on the cameras and stuff, isn't it? Like, there's loads of factors involved in being in a show like that where you can learn from. But what about you versus Dalton Smith down the line? Is that something that you see happening? Because for me personally, it looks to me like a fight that could well happen. A really good kind of British-Irish or English-Irish rivalry.
Possibility.
Two prospects who, as far as the way I see it, like, are going to go very, very far in the game. Both quite young, both early on in their careers. I think he's 6-0 now. You're 4-0.
Yeah. Ready to go 5-0.
Yeah. Do you like that? Do you like that fight in the future? I know you're not one for taking fights out.
It's probably one down. It's probably one down the line.
Yeah, for a big title, perhaps.
Yeah, for a big title, maybe so. I'd say it would be, like, if it was, like. But it depends. He like, I'm still ground and he could be still ground. How old is he?
He's 23.
23.
Yeah,
like, he could move up. You know, you don't know.
Yeah.
But
you could move down by the sound of things.
No, I'll be staying at this right now until I unify.
Staying at 140. That's actually something I wanted to ask you. Like genuinely, you're making weight really easily. Like, is there any thought process of maybe going down to 135, or is it just is it a no go?
I'd rather grow into this weight.
Okay.
I'm still young.
Yeah, I get you. Because you're comfortable at it now anyway. So yeah.
I'm comfortable at it. I have the power. So I'm holding myself like welterweights, right middle, like it's just, I'm comfortable. You know what I mean? I have the power there for it, and I have the boxing brain. So I think 140 is perfect for me. I make it so handy.
Yeah.
I don't kill the body.
Yeah, which is good for your body in the long run as well, I suppose. Like, why keep yourself to make lightweight?
Yeah, well, this is it. Like, because I'd rather give everything in sparring in training rather than just go and train just to cut the weight.
Yeah.
You're not going to benefit off that.
100%. So on your card, we have Sean McComb was also fighting in a good fight. As I'm not too sure of the opponent, but by all accounts, a good, decent opponent. And you've got John O'Carroll against Maxie Hughes. What do you make of that fight?
Maxie Hughes is tough, isn't he?
He's quite good.
I don't know much of him, to be honest with you. I can't tell you. But John looks superb. He looks fantastic in his last fight with Quinn.
Yeah.
Probably Quinn was over the line a little bit, like, but doesn't matter. He's still a big name, and John got in there like and done what he had to do, and you can see that John was improving an awful lot.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, in this 100%. Fight, you would have to say John was a massive favourite, but I think it's a kind of a good keep busy fight. If nothing else, Maxie Hughes is a good fighter. He'll come.
Of course,
look, getting come to win, like,
getting out like the fight in this kind of pandemic, like, you're blessed to get out. Do you know what I mean?
That's like, exactly the main thing is getting out and fighting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. So
and then
go on ahead, yeah.
Sorry, Chris. I mean, if in week 3 in Matchroom Fight Camp, then you've got Eric Donvan coming up against Zefa Barrera. Have you had a look at that fight, and what do you think of that? What do you think of that one?
I didn't. To be honest with you, I actually didn't pay attention to it.
That's a big
one. Just talk about it, but I don't know. I can't wait just to watch it. You know.
Yeah,
I heard Eric Dunham's been putting in great training and stuff like that. Like, so
yeah,
that's. I'm just excited. You know, it's good for the Irish.
yeah. It's great
Hopefully,
that we have a
hopefully
great.
follows it through. There's a European title on the line now for it, isn't it?
It's a IBF international title,
IBF.
as far as I'm
Oh,
aware. Yeah, or
right.
intercontinental. I think IBF intercontinental. Yeah, which is great. I mean, that's amazing. And Eric wins that. He gets a top 15 ranking with the IBF at super featherweight, which is like
Yeah.
one the weight above where he normally fights. But amazing for him, you know, and a platform that he hasn't yet had in his professional career. But I think just what an opportunity, and it's great at the moment. Like all the Irish guys are getting out. And even like on the Sky shows as well, and MTK are obviously getting all the guys out. We've got Frampton and Conlon are co-headlining the bill also next week. I mean, it's amazing at the moment. We've kind of been almost lucky in a way as fans that all the Irish guys are managing to get out in this time, as you said there. And
Oh, yeah.
it's not exactly an easy time to get fights and to get out.
It's
So
not, no.
we're
It's not.
blessed. But
You've,
look, anything else on your mind? Anything else that you any fight you're looking forward to seeing, or is it just laser focus now for you going into next week?
no, for me, it's just more laser focus. I'm looking forward just to getting home, then chilling out, relaxing the body for a bit.
100%. Seeing you.
It's been tough 9 weeks. So
I can imagine
we're nearly
so, man.
there. Not long left. We're nearly there. So,
Not long, man. I'll tell you what, I'll be watching on Wednesday with
excited.
I'm looking forward to seeing you box again. I'm looking forward to a Pierce O'Leary victory. I'll let you go, Pierce. I really appreciate your time, man. Really good to catch you again. And hopefully we can catch up soon enough after your fight as well. We'd love to
100% anytime. Give us a shout.
100%,
right.
man.
Perfect,
Thanks
mate.
a lot,
Thanks
Pierce.
very much.
Best of luck for the fight and best of luck in the
mate.
rest of your preparations. Take it easy, mate.
Yeah.